Baroque music, on the other hand, tended to have one melody with accompanying chords played beneath it. 17th century society was very hierarchical, both politically and religiously. It was also very rule-bound. These two societal traits influenced Baroque composers when they wrote their music. There would be one soloist or one main sound with a bunch of smaller, less important sounds played beneath it, just there to support the main melody. This is called monody, a perfect hierarchy. A lot of the Baroque music was religiously based. Composers were often hired just to write music for the liturgy. And even their secular works had religious undertones. Baroque music is very precise and doesn't leave the performer much room for interpretation. There were rules about how different songs could be made and what notes could go together. Because of the increased use of chords in music, they needed a system for a defined set of rules that determined how chords could be made. And the major-minor tonal system was born. Johann Sebastian Bach took advantage of this set of rules when he wrote the Well-Tempered Clavier, a collection in 2 books of preludes and fugues in each and every major and minor key. Living from 1685 to 1750, Bach's work encompasses the latter part of the Baroque period. Better known for being a teacher during his lifetime rather than a composer, Bach worked as a Kapellmeister and master of music for many towns throughout Germany. The Well-Tempered Clavier does not possess the complexity that most Baroque music is known for because Bach used it as a teaching tool. It does perfectly exemplify monody, however, as well as the continued use of counterpoint throughout Baroque music. It also demonstrates the development of instruments through the late 1600s. Tempered refers to a method of tuning, and a clavier is anything with keys and strings. They didn't have pianos until the very late Baroque period, in the Baroque period, so clavier really only applied to a harpsichord or a clavichord. There were 2 ways of tuning a clavier, and the point of Bach's collection was that if a clavier is well tuned, or tempered, a musician should be able to play in each and every major and minor key. I will be playing the Fifth Fugue from Bach's first book of the Well-Tempered Clavier. The set structure of a fugue requires it to have 2 to 5 voices, one main theme with a counterpoint aspect beneath it, and an answer to that theme or a sub-theme that may or may not demonstrate counterpoint. As I play, listen for the different voices and try to identify the main theme, the counterpoint, and the sub-theme. Note that I will not use any pedal or change in dynamics as I play this piece. Claviers at that time did not possess that capability, thus there are no directions written into music for how to do so. While many pianists today do play with more modern musical variants, I'm going to play this fugue in a strictly Baroque manner. voices. There's a bass, a tenor, an alto, and a soprano. The tenor and the bass, or the tenor and the alto, sorry, open the piece by playing first the main melody and the counterpoint. So first is the alto, or the tenor, sorry, with the main theme, and the beginning of the counterpoint. Then the alto comes in with the main theme. And the soprano and bass voices come in later in the piece, about a couple lines down. First, the soprano comes in with the alto beneath it, and then the bass joins, and that comes in here. So that's how there are the four voices. The main theme, as I said, was the part, and the counterpoint. The secondary theme, or the answer, would be this part. You may have noticed that the piece is sort of structured in an A-B way, but it's not very balanced. And this is something that would change with the classical period.